If you like what I do, consider joining my channel or donating to my coffee. Links in the description. Hey, it's the Metroidvania Guru, back again with another episode of my Metroidvania demo impression series, where I give my first impressions on a Metroidvania's demo. And it's a series. Today's subject, Akatori, a game starring a teenage girl named Mako. She's a monk or something living in the Firebird Temple, and she embarks on a journey through all the worlds to save them from the amber storms that are infecting and distorting all living things. Also, her red staff has a mysterious red bird sealed inside it, so of course the staff is going to play a big role in all this. Not that you'd know any of that setup based on the demo. I had to pick all that up from the game's store page, but that's okay. Demos aren't about talking your ear off. They're about action. So, let's get to it. The action, I mean. But before that, the visuals. Akatori has a very interesting look. Mako and many of her enemies are rendered as beautiful 2D sprites, and the environments are markedly 3D, creating this 2.5D aesthetic that's reminiscent of all those HD 2D games Square Enix keeps making. It's not one for one, but I get that feel. It's an odd mixture, but it grew on me. Much of the game is very zoomed out, so you really can't see too many details. I suspect the camera's so far away in order to capture Mako's sick air. Strap on your Jordans, because Mako's vertical is out of this world. Her default jump sends you soaring, and she starts with a double jump, so getting around isn't an issue for her. These insane jumps lead to spacious level design that promise a lot of quote-unquote parkour, which sounds amazing, but wasn't something I saw in practice. There are these bamboo reeds Mako can fling herself off of, and she gets a kind of wall jump sorta, but nothing in the level design made me feel like I was moving around in an unconventional way or even moving very quickly. Two core aspects of parkour. Maybe I missed something, but the large level I got to explore just had me jumping all over a tree like this was Crouching Tiger, Hidden Dragon. But the huge tree level is only the first stop on our 3-stop tour. Our second destination is a chase sequence with a giant sea serpent. It's a fast-paced segment with little room for error, just like how a chase sequence should be. One slip up and you're snake food. Then you have to start the chase all over. It's a relatively short segment, so numerous restarts won't frustrate, and the platforming here is pretty good. You swim through currents till you get to these collapsing pillars, and then have to run across a collapsing bridge. Pretty cool stuff. My only critique here is with the, I guess, stamina bar? Stamina clouds? Stamina is represented by these clouds, and they pull double duty when you're underwater, as they are also your breath. And once your breath is depleted, you're dead. Simple enough, but because your breath meter is also your stamina meter, anytime you use a stamina-based move, say the quick swim ability so you can escape giant sea serpents, you're also using up your breath meter. Ultimately, it works, but it feels a little off. And because your stamina recovers so slowly once you're out of the water, getting your breath back is a bit more time consuming when compared to other games that refill a separate breath meter the moment you get out of the water. Akatori's setup feels like it's gonna make for some tight, anxious-inducing underwater segments. And the last stop in our tour is a combat arena, replete with enemies and a giant bug boss. The demo's combat is not much to write home about, unfortunately, which is a shame because the game's trailers showcase some pretty fun maneuvers with their staff. In the demo, you have a basic ground and air combo and an admittedly sweet down and downward thrust attack that rends the earth to hurt your foes. It costs stamina, but it's easily the most effective and useful move in Mako's repertoire. Other than that, there's not much else. Mako has a dodge with iframes, but when you jump like you're on the moon, who's dodging on the ground? She also gains a move where she throws her staff, but it's underutilized in the platforming and exploration sections and doesn't really have the best combat utility. It essentially drags enemies towards you so you can follow up with an attack, but I never really got to capitalize after bringing enemies toward me. Instead, I just get puked on. I guess the trip gave them motion sickness. And that's my impressions of Akatori's demo. It's not the strongest showing, unfortunately. It's great to see the games moving forward in development, and I cannot wait until I get my hands on the full release. But this demo didn't get me too excited. There are unique elements in Akatori's gameplay that I've seen in the trailers that I just didn't get to play with in this demo. Dimension swapping, more parkour moves, more staff integration in platforming and combat. I'm still stoked to see where this game goes, but I feel like the devs kept their cards too close to their chests. Instead of letting us experience everything that makes Akatori unique, they dropped a demo that feels a little too safe. Regardless, I'm still optimistic for the full release. What do you all think about Akatori's demo? Did it hit for you, or did you want to experience a little more? Let me know in the comments. And like and subscribe if you're cool. Until next time, later nerds.